know what? Carry on about this demon knight. I'm kind of.
Is it so? A knight is like. Is it like just a super powerful machine spirit, or is it like it's separate from that?
There's a pilot.
It's like a mech warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember you talked about there's a story where there's like that knight has like a PTSD driven nightmare and like blows a hole in a ship.
It did do that.
So is it because it's kind of its own presence as well, right? So is that all like AI or is it something deeper?
They're aided. So, I think every pilot has to have an MIU, which is a like machine interface unit. Yeah, and so basically, they work hand in hand. Like you're the machine spirit of the craft, and the pilot work hand in hand. There's actually a case. There's this person. His name is like something Rex. It's like Canor Rex. He's a knight character for the Knight Codex. No. This is like Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
And he got captured by like heretics essentially, and they were gonna dismantle his knight and put a demonic machine spirit in it or something. If I don't even know if I'm remembering this right, so internet just eat me. But his knight was like and like freaking just destroyed the place and saved him.
Oh wow.
Without a pilot.
I'm trying to think of...
Because, like, that's kind of how Warhammer is. It's like they're machines, but they're alive. And there's actually this huge way that you can go down and break down what the Omnissiah is, what machine spirits are. And it all kind of traces back to, like, the dark ages of technology.
Oh.
Like, yeah. Like, actually, so it's funny because they outlawed a lot of stuff, but there's...
Still using
like,
it?
they're still, like, everybody's a heretic, but nobody's a heretic. And there's this really gray line. But, anyway. Everybody... We are happy to be here, filming another episode of Tombs and Tendrils, another session. It's session 51, and it's 53. No, it's 53.
I think it's 53.
Yeah, I don't know why.
We did 50 twice.
I've had a very long day, and so 51 kind of slipped out.
There.
Well... Work is work, man. Like it just,
No,
my brain is a scrambled egg, and I'd rather remember the story plot than what session we're on. I don't know if anybody else.
Do we have alt crit?
Titus is dead, but
He rolls it.
names are for the living. We'll go ahead and roll it out.
63. Nice.
That's my favorite number.
No, 21 times 3 is.
Remember how I'm
Anywho.
I'm a barber / hairstylist.
I
went even though it's all
Right.
I was gonna say like.
All right, let's go ahead. I wanna recap the last session.
Do you want to do that?
Yes. I need somebody to partake.
I don't remember at all. I barely remembered that we fought things.
Alright, Deco.
I can do it if you want. Or Kate, you can make Katie do it.
I literally don't remember anything.
I'll try to do it.
I'll remember less.
I remember fighting things before that.
So we started off with Thaddeus. We went to we got transported over to the
You found that book.
to the laboratory. But on the way, we ran into that Sister of Battle company with I think it was Deathwatch.
Yeah, it was Cascade leading the Death Corps.
Yeah, and so they were like, "We're gonna go with you," because they found out that we were gonna go. And
That's not real bad.
we can't do that. I'm like, I was like, "You're gonna go sit right outside of that cave and make sure no metal robots are coming to."
And you might die. Probably will die.
Probably will die. But at least you will die for the Emperor. So I wasn't happy about that. So then we went back to the laboratory. Some reason, able to the Warlord Titan's able to reinforce them by arcing the plasma shots over.
Like a giant artillery piece.
Yeah,
It's just,
he's got it set as the center.
yeah.
That is
Did he leave all of his servitors back there? I couldn't remember when I was playing.
He brought
some.
two.
He brought
He brought two?
He brought
That's
two.
what I remembered. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Wasn't one... Oh, wait,
It was
he left the drone, though.
Did his I remember his servitor is second.
They did basically.
They shot a lot, but I mean,
They scouted for you, and they were there.
they were there.
They were emotional support.
They were
But they were
support.
robots. Yeah.
We almost got.
I don't know. I didn't take any damage.
I don't even remember if I took damage.
Cool. Well. All right. So and then what happened when you got onto the research? This little barge.
A third of the things were opened
I'll move it.
of like
Oh, don't
5,000
move it.
things.
No.
Did that ruin it? Sorry, I was gonna ask if that was for light, and I was like, it was on, pointed at the wall. To reflect
It's
the
fine.
light.
Just leave it right there.
Just leave
Don't
it?
move
I'm
it.
sorry.
Stop touching it!
You need a bigger table.
No, this works.
No. Don't lie to me. Be real.
I was just gonna put some of the stuff on there.
Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna swap these. I wondered about that. Hold this here. Take it away.
I'm so confused about that light.
No. Watch it with this.
I did what you made me do.
Oh,
All right. Put the stool
Taylor
over
Swift
here.
is not allowed in this house.
Oh,
Good. Taylor Swift's evil.
She's a snake.
She's
Tools allowed in this
She
house.
is a Slaneshi.
Slaneshi.
No. Slanesh is good. Slanesh is seductive. Slanesh will commit.
Wow.
Some real heat towards
Anyway.
Taylor Swift right now.
Cheese swizzles.
It's all right. No.
Connie was right.
There was no nature after all.
The age of strife.
Ever. I swear, if you have something else.
Anyway, back to the session. Cool. So the last thing was the demon hosts and whatever, and then the very last thing that happened last session was there was the hangar doors at the back of the hangar popped open, and there's remains of a Knight Porphyrian hanging there suspended by a bunch of cables and whatever, and it's all powering up, and we're all standing there.
You shouldn't be.
Yeah, you shouldn't be.
I'd like to be.
But so here's what happens. So the Porphyrian charges up, and then all of the lights in the hangar flicker, and sparks fall from the ceiling, and then the night goes dim, all the lights, and then you feel the barge go through the air.
Oh, good.
Oh, not worried.
But then,
I'm not worried. You're worried.
I'm worried.
after about a second, the lights come back on, and the barge goes, kind of catches itself, and everybody makes an agility test at a -10.
No.
Because we're getting started. Hot.
Roll 5.
Oh, nice. Crit 9.
Aha! 26 at pass!
Everybody's fine except for the Green Knight. I'm just kidding. What'd you roll? Oh, what's your agility?
45.
Yeah. You failed, but also you failed by 20 instead of 10 because it was at a minus.
Yeah.
Wait. 50 is what you rolled. Your agility is a 40. Yeah, you failed. Cool. So
How is my dice? Oh,
you
God.
crumble to the deck,
Oh,
and that's it. You're just on your.
that's,
Man, I used to have respect for,
These are starters really ain't something.
yeah.
The fact that I rolled so poorly.
Oh no.
Don't waste them.
Seriously.
It's getting worse.
It's so bad. Somebody get me some different dice, please.
Hey, guess what? I got some hoes for you. They're in the center of the table over there. My hoe dice. That's what they're called.
I know, but all I just said was a
Are these
custom
the bad
of those
dice?
for you.
They're terrible.
oh no.
It depends
Use
on the
the
wielder.
Necron dice.
I want the necky dice.
They're terrible too, but not near.
No, I rolled my character with the Necron dice.
This one?
The one that can't pass the agility
Cool.
Okay, man.
So, Thaddeus did a little crit 9 to go ahead and analyze it. And he looks at you guys and he's like, not really sure why it's trying to power on, but apparently the knight's linked to the barge's power, and it can't power on fully with what the barge can offer, so I don't think it's safe to stay long, but we're probably okay for a little.
So we were
And
here.
he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go to the command center and try to figure that out.
He just wants to.
Just drop.
Just collects knights. Collector.
Baby.
I'm Thaddeus the
Warlord.
Infinite. Little Porphyrian baby.
So we were down here to like move the power to the control system so that we could kill everybody in the. Is that what we were doing?
Yeah.
All
to
the
shut
people
off all the
in the-
tubes.
Yeah. Oops.
Tubulars.
They're all empty.
All of them. Okay,
Weren't-
I thought
weren't
only
they?
a third of them were empty.
Yeah,
And
a third
then
of them were
two
Oh, a
empty.
third.
were
Oh,
like-
that's right. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how.
And did you say that as crisis?
No, I was just like confirming that that's what was going on down here. Like we were down here to.
I rolled a 95 to remember that, so Thaddeus still just leaves. Well, like he's like on his way across the hangar.
All I remember is that bad symbol.
Crisis is too dumb to remember
It
that.
was the symbol.
He's like, I just killed a bunch of things. This is good. I saw like Helena come back. Like he's not in it.
Yeah.
It was the
Perception
symbol.
test, everybody. Thaddeus rolled a 92. What are you doing, dude?
Okay.
One.
I also
For
rolled a
7,
92.
I rolled 8 this time.
Nice.
Yeah.
You hear gasps of pain over by that like broken little drop shuttle thing. You look over, and when Titus had hit the ground, or a demon host,
It was both.
he hit the ground
I like
host.
throw 'em.
Anyway, the hammer blew up. Remember
Oh,
that?
yeah.
And you see him on the ground, he's clutching his side, and like he's just got shrapnel like all through him. And he's like coughing up blood, like
Oh no, Titus!
Don't we have a
he looks like
We have this.
what's his name? Looks like Robbie on New Girl, like at the very end, after like he gets a weight dropped on his mouth. Anyway,
Oh,
Yeah, weight dropped on
Yeah.
it now?
Anyway,
Just in between.
yeah,
that's so
oh, it's a great moment, but it also looks so much more graphic than they probably intended. But anyway, so
Dying.
yeah. Oh, he also looks pale, but like whatever that means for a gold dude.
Yeah, I'm like bronze, so I'm like.
He's like a light
I'm
bronze.
like tan for the first time.
And then like, so everybody crit 6, so full information. Yeah, Helena's like crouched there, like trying to like use her powers to pull some shrapnel out or whatever. And then you see Liara's just like dying,
Ah, shoot, we have
but
two
like
people who were dying.
way more fast.
Like she's.
And she got cut here, like to here.
Oh, I thought she was dead.
She's like, she's dead, but like,
Oh, I thought
like,
she was.
is she dead?
Ah, I'm gonna go over to the Liara, try and freaking.
I don't see
Right
any of
there.
this. I'm just like-
You do. You wait.
I rolled a 92.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you're just
I rolled a crow.
you're like checking out Thaddeus.
What?
I'm like-
What's the what would the first aid?
Medicaid. Hello, Chip.
That's weird. I don't know anything.
Makes sense. Your
You don't
suit,
even have,
your
like,
suit takes.
human physiology anyway.
I'm like, what is? You don't have 2 hearts?
You look
Oh.
like you're dying.
Your
Where's your
suit
extra
your suit
pieces?
takes care of all your boo boos.
Where are injuries?
I mean, I can.
Deadpool.
Yeah. Like, well, What's
He's
wrong
such a
with
red
it?
shirt that comes with extra buttons.
Kind of funny.
White girl, no fix.
Oh,
White
Cool.
girl body, no
I'm gonna
fix.
fix
now.
her.
I'm gonna fix it.
Ah,
Nice.
oh nice.
Gosh dang it.
Are you mad at Chip?
It's 4.
Yeah, so I get it.
Nice.
You got it?
I did.
All right. You go ahead and heal her, and her eyes like flicker open, and she looks at you, and her mouth's also full of blood, so she just throws up. And
you alright? You're okay. You're okay now.
and she
Walk it off.
She sits up, and she's like, everything was dark.
Maddie almost died.
That's
And
the
then-
second time you've
Oh, is it the same person that got
Yeah.
burned
VR,
out?
why do you keep dying?
Yeah,
VR, you gotta be careful.
yeah.
That's mostly
Gotta be
So
cool.
that's like her last fate point, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, we should
One
check.
more.
What did she have?
too, I think.
If that was, if she just,
Yeah.
if she has
Well,
two, like that's whatever.
Did she have 2 when you had her?
Oh wait, do you
maybe
still have her
it's
sheet?
I gave it back to you when I died.
Right. Because she may have burned 1 and she had 2 when you.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
Oh
she
yeah, I
will
adjusted
survive
it.
her
Yeah,
next
she's
shot.
got one left.
Okay.
Right.
Like, you alright?
I'll be okay.
You gotta be careful.
And then we hear like, and she's like, Titus, help him.
Gosh, I can't believe you're alive.
I
I
mean,
thought you were dead.
he's
It's
about
okay,
to be.
buddy. I'm
Alright.
about to suck all that stuff out of you.
I'm gonna
Here
grab
we
it.
go!
Hey, you hold on for a second.
It's too late.
It's not gonna do any good.
Why?
Just don't bother.
Why not? I'm fixing you.
I
You're
always
brand
appreciate
new.
it. I've always appreciated how much care you put into me. I think it's just not much that this.
How are you alive?
Well, no. Blind, because body's new.
Yeah. Corpse weird. I don't know. You probably actually know. All I can say is Galena managed to find you. Nice. I feel like this is the first time I'm actually getting to know. Like my mind's a little. Never really got to meet me.
Oh, that's comforting.
You
It's
never-
okay. We're gonna get him.
That's bold. I believe you.
We were so close.
I don't know about that. You'll find him. Somehow.
Alright, I'm gonna cut his head off for you.
Oh, well, okay. That's also creepy. Anyway,
He's gonna get.
yeah, there's a
It's
big. Wait,
Oh,
what-
no.
this
You know.
person
Yeah,
know?
no. You absolutely know everything.
Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, it's like. Never mind.
hey,
Right.
I'm
It's like-
sorry about everything with the book.
You also did the right. Glad that
And
yeah, but I think it's finally just tired. Ready to. Been a light sleeper since. It'll be good. Never.
I mean, I used him and his trust.
What's the Emperor's gift?
Good evening, Rob.
Got any last words?
Oh my gosh! He's gonna shoot you.
One last thing. Hold on. Thank you. One last thing. I just want to say thank you. Appreciate your.
Old man.
I'm like 80.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Alina says,
that was hilarious. Bleeding out.
"You're all right. You're clear.
Yeah.
You were genetically engineered." Anyway, Helena's like, "I'm glad you could have this end, opposed to the other."
No. Fuck.
Thank you.
Thaddeus goes, "Well, what about the other clones?"
What that is came over.
Around us?
Yeah.
Or the ones out there of me?
Do you remember what we talked about?
Vaguely.
What do you remember?
Bad.
So you went with station and corrupted your gene code. Not the genes, but like not Space Marine gene.
Right.
Your DNA.
Yeah, that's the other reason why I think it's better that I head out. As long as I'm around, if Alvis manages to get hold of me. Don't need to worry about the clones me though, or any clones coming from me at this point. They'll be weakened. I'm good at tech. Gonna say anything. My genetic code's not. Yeah, like my loose ends are tied up pretty good.
I give him a hug before he shoots him.
You didn't shoot him?
Want a hammer? Or do you like?
Whoa! This is so.
Or do you just want me to?
Oh, don't squish me.
You've done that to people.
Oh no!
Yeah, it's just well, don't worry about it. I'll take it.
Oh my gosh.
That's not real.
Second
Oh.
time
He already
charm.
fell. Now he's soulless Titus.
I sucked it still out.
Yeah, give me a little prayer.
Best you can. The internet's only gonna judge you.
I love that everyone shifted like a prayer was actually going to happen.
He's like,
We're ready.
What's the
Oh.
shepherds we shall be for
Yeah.
thee, my lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy. Shall flow a river unto thee, and teeming with soul shall it ever be. To fill thee, Spirit the Sante. Anyway,
That was
do your thing.
more than I expected.
I don't know whether to be horrified or.
I love that movie.
Can we all like just like?
Oh, Tony, that was good.
That's
No.
good.
Don't encourage it. Your wife probably called you a nerd in the middle of that.
By the Emperor's grace and. Better in the. Without the.
Is that what's playing over the intercom right now? Just on the
Oh, yeah.
TV?
Just as tight as his head gets exploded by a bolter round. I was thinking when you said you were going to shoot him in the head with a bolter, I was like, that's like an explosive.
Oh, yeah.
Well, unless, like, where did you shoot him?
Oh,
Yeah, peaceful.
Peaceful.
I,
All
I,
pieces.
I have a.
Your torso goes.
Do I wonder if I have like a combat knife or something. Just
You do that, yeah. Mercy
Oh,
blade.
I have a Psyker Mercy knife. I can use
It's
that.
like candy mercy blade.
yeah, I'm just gonna just like.
back in there.
Sure.
No. That's like execution.
That's
So like right here,
Just have him commit spooky, just like give him an eye.
Yeah.
It's like,
Give me my blanket.
And be careful,
Those
don't
look
push
good.
that too hard.
It
It
was-
like goes through you.
Did you ever see Last
Two.
Samurai?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, how he kills the
Of one of
how he
each.
kills
Is there
the
two kinds?
Last Samurai.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clean.
So yeah, just clean, just
great.
All right.
And scene.
Cool.
burn him.
So you stab him?
Stabs him 10 times.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I turn around when I hear bullet go off. I'm like, wait,
All right.
is
That you.
there more fighting? But
That-
no, I just don't even hear him.
I didn't know you.
Yeah.
Then he has trip too. Oh! You were supposed to do something now. Wow, reconnect the power. So it goes over to the wall.
Good job, Ty.
I'm John.
It was just right there.
You
the whole
hear,
time.
you hear various machines like kind of kick on through the station. And the night powers up,
Yep.
Can
and the
I?
lights go off. The barge goes through the air, and then the night shuts down. The barge stops.
Can I?
That is like, we better hurry.
Can I teleport? Break the thing.
Do a perception test at a plus 30. Like, no way.
79.
Alright.
Oh, you fell it by 6.
You could use a big point.
Wait, do you have awareness?
You also might have enhanced.
I have double awareness.
So you actually help.
Oh, you
I
passed.
passed. Okay.
That's all right.
Great,
You'll
I
get
have
to
advantage, just
you'll get to
barely.
roll up a new character soon.
Oh my goodness.
This right, yeah. Like, it's pathetic.
Grenades first.
You see Adeptus Astartes standing on the old Terminator. It's a gray night. And he walks up to you and says, "You need to move with haste. Ship. I'm here to help." How do you tell?
Alcohol.
Oh, okay.
It looked different,
Just
I imagine.
do I?
The other names like inscribed.
It's the shoulder pad of your mentor.
Okay.
What demon has that as part of their name?
What?
An Italian.
My duties are not.
Oh, he addressed you by name, by the way. Yeah, I forgot your name though. It's like Nazriel.
I'm like kneeling at this point. I'm like kneeling. And saying just, but my work is not finished here.
No, it is not, and you will return soon.
I'm gonna
And then he says, "Follow me."
come with me to walk with me.
Okay, you guys all go. Is everybody going?
Oh,
Wait,
they're
I
all
guess
going.
so.
Well,
Did we see this dude? This
He's
chicken?
yeah, he leads you to the
How do you
teleportatum,
Oh.
and
I thought it was just like me, like missing out, and going back up to the
Wait,
ship.
he just disappears. We're like, oh crap.
And,
Dang it.
and he's like, "I have the the settings for you. If you wish to take anyone.
It is comforting.
But like these these companions, acolytes, have proved more than capable of helping us accomplish our.
Oh, all of them.
I mean, if you really had to choose, that one's the most holy of us, or whatever.
Are they leaving? Or, so sorry, pause. So he wants me to go back to the ship. So I'm just maybe not. So he wants me to go back to the ship with him. And
He's not going.
he's not going. And so I'm just going back. He wants me to go back
For a brief moment.
for a brief moment. Okay, just like
You have a message to deliver, do you not?
I do.
See it done.
Okay.
I will return. So we'll go back.
Are you going to take that guy?
You're one of the boys.
Are you going to take any of them?
It was.
Greater than the light, greater than condemnation, guys. So I'll bring this guy with me.
I'll take.
Yeah, don't tell Thaddeus.
Guess it's just.
Oh,
us
right,
to
Thaddeus
go,
wanted to go for
and
it.
then
It's true, yeah, he's up at the command center.
Yep.
Good call, not taking.
Cool.
Really good.
Alright, so you two,
Beat us up, scope it.
you varpove. Anyway.
You know, these.
Cool.
Is Helena still here?
Yeah, by the way, she looks 4 years older. Pretty weary.
Wondering if he's playing Helena or the Green Knight.
No.
Who knows? Could even be neither, but like those two are the contenders. He's playing the knight that's just
He's
hanging
the
there.
Undertaker.
Alright, so yeah, I guess I get warped.
Alright, so you warp out onto this other pad, and you know you're in a ship, and you recognize it instantly as the Righteous Fury, or whatever it was.
Righteous Fury, Righteous Dawn.
Righteous Dawn. Yeah. And then you work your way down to this main corridor, and it very much just feels like this giant cathedral. There's like, I don't know, like diamond inlay flooring with marble, and there's real wooden chairs and pews like lined out like you're in a cathedral. And the artwork is just impeccable, and it tells the story, actually, of his chapter. And you can see like the founding, and you actually see that it dominates the whole center of the ceiling as you're walking. It's like feet to head of the God Emperor. And he's standing there like this with his hand on his sword. And you know these pictures. They're very familiar to you and very holy. And scattered throughout the pews is various servitors sitting there singing hymns. And there's cherubim like flying little choruses through the air. And at the very end, the cathedral kind of rounds off, and you see like the whole thing's also lined with various stained glass windows that peer out into the void. And at the end of the room are 9 monks, very nice, who are like standing in a ring. And they appear to be in prayer.
very gingerly. I don't feel threatened, dear. So there's no reason for me to
You're
feel
home.
threatened. Yeah, I'm home. I don't.
How do you feel?
This isn't what I was expecting, but I'm on like holy ground, and I'm like, what the? I'm just taking it all in right now.
He's like throwing up because he went through the
Nose is
teleporter.
bleeding.
Just like throw up onto. Jesus. Like, oh gosh, this is so
That would be
embarrassing.
really bad.
I'll burn it.
And so you guys go to step off, and there's like a servant who is just standing there, and this person puts out their hand, and they're misshapen, kind of like grotesque in a way. Part of them is really muscular, the other part is shriveled, a robe on, stuff, and you know this to be a failed Grey Knight, and but still a servant, nonetheless. And says, "Your shoes."
Take off my shoes.
Cool.
That's what I was thinking. I'm like,
Nike's still around.
what if I'm just barefoot all the time? That would be so embarrassing for this failed Grey Knight. Like, he failed being Grey Knight, and now he's like, oh, take off your shoes. I'm like, I don't have that. Like, oh, God.
Like, these are feet. I'm just black, you jerk.
Oh no. Oh, no.
But no, yeah.
Black from soot and grime. What are you? What do you look like?
Black.
Oh, well, you're racist.
You're misshapen Great Knights the racist.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Right. Yeah. Probably just right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Carry on, my wayward son.
Alright, yeah, I did. Like, you just told me to take off my shoes, not to, like, stop here.
Following him.
Yeah.
I wonder, would you even have an idea how dangerous this is? You're probably like, this is cool. He's up
No,
this
he's definitely just, like, taking the view. He realizes this is holy, but, like, his mind's just, like, too busy thinking about that to, like...
The servant stops you again and says, "Sir, weapons."
Just drops him.
And you just like send him aside.
Yeah.
Cool.
Set him next to my shoes.
Is there a cubby that he can put all this stuff in?
And then you go to walk off, and the person goes, "Sir, take this book and this Aquila."
I'm like, anything else? Yeah, anything else?
No, you're fine. But sir, have a prayer in your heart.
I always have prayer in heart.
Would they have recognized his weapon?
Oh, yeah, it is plus.
Because that's, I feel like that's like almost their specialty.
Yeah, maybe you like shouldn't even put that down. Maybe
Right.
you should like address that.
Yeah.
Like, I am no pilgrim.
Don't
I am a
just use sacred
servant
put down.
of corn.
That's illegal.
Anywhere costly apparel.
No, I think I just like
That's slash.
blessed the ground before I put the like this is already like a sacred place. I'm not too worried about placing the sacred object on sacred ground.
Are you aware that people are like starting to revere him as like a saint? Hey, knock it off.
It's like what?
I wasn't there for
I don't
anything.
think he's.
Cool.
it's
Never mind.
the-
So, what are
I
you
just
doing?
know that he's a pure one.
Yeah, I like finally.
So what am I doing? I walk up the path and just
Would they have their armor on? I would say no as well. Cool. Yeah. So this brother, he stands and he's taller than you. And says, Brother Azrael, and what brings you to us?
I want to know.
I was told by I'm here to report a message.
What is this message?
It's about Alvis, right?
What's going on Anvil? Like whatever
Yeah,
the
pretty much
report is.
everything.
And then he like frowns a little bit. What have you brought onto our ship?
Man is pure
He
heart
might still-
and has questions he's been.
You will be judged. I hope he is right and that your heart is pure.
I'm confident that
What is our course of action?
What is your report?
Oh, I thought we already. I want to explain to him about the situation.
Explain.
Classic.
With there is a rogue inquisitor that is trying to create demon hosts to appear successful so that he can combat the chaos with the demon host, which is heresy of the highest order. Along with that, we request aid because Franz for the planet, as well as
Necrons and gene stealers do not trouble us. Why do they concern you?
What?
Why do they concern you?
The Necrons fortresses are encased in that has warp-defined properties. I find peculiar.
You would use xeno artifacts to combat our great enemy?
I do not believe that they're necessarily.
Intelligence tested.
Oh, crap.
What type of
Plus 20.
Plus 20.
Oh, I was just gonna ask
I got it,
what
man.
kind of
Cool. So aside from so it has warp defying properties,
Yeah.
but also warp amplifying properties. Like it can resist but also attract.
Okay.
I think that was discussed with you, right?
We spent 3 days.
Yeah, it must have.
So I believe that there is a precedent for us to gain specimens of this black stone. We maybe.
We must consult one of the ranks. Very nice. We ain't got no chapter master.
They're
Isn't it Voldus? But we can't access him anyway. This is just a small ship. Oh, let us kneel in prayer, and we will ponder the ways of the Emperor's will.
Oh, there's grandmasters.
This is the Grandmaster of this ship, whatever.
Yeah.
And his name is Grandmaster Pietra.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Likes his olive oil.
So we're praying right now.
The other knights kneel.
Oh,
Okay,
I am also kneeling.
cool. And they start to align their psychic energies.
I'm not doing that. Hate to
So
see
you're just having like a magic moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you get locked in vision with them, and you see Anvil, and the various like storms and world portals on it, and you see the Great Waste. You see the ditch of 1,000 bridges that stitches the planet back together. And you see spores falling from the sky. You see bugs crawling through the toxic waste over snow and flying through the air. You see metal men rise from tombs to kill scores of innocents. And you see drop pods fall through the air and hit the ground, and not one chapter, but many of Space Marines. You see the Imperial Guard regiments combine and having full-out assaults. You see Anvil's Titan Legion rising up, and you see that like even that potentially is not enough. And you know that if you don't act soon, you will fail. And then everybody like snaps out of the vision. Oh, wait, back in the vision. And then you don't know what Alvis looks like, but you see a shadowy image of an Inquisitor, and he's laughing, and you see pods with human bodies in them that are twisted and deformed. Some have chains around them, some have scrolls, some have tattoos, whatever. And you see their pods falling through the air and like shattering on the ground, and then you see things that shouldn't be alive or in this world like causing turmoil and havoc. And then you see the horizon rise up, and you see space expand before you, and you see those beings like going out across the stars.
well, crap.
And then you snap back.
This is such a good moment.
We must go back. Should I say, am I to return?
You are.
Do they all see it?
We all
This
saw
was like
it.
a combined.
Yeah, they all saw it. Psychic link. Psychic. Anyway, he's like, yes, you must return. We will check in with your brothers that are on the other 4 forges of Anvil. It is up to you. You must get to the planet, and you must find the astropath and send the message. We cannot send it from here for fear that they would discover our secret, which is far more important than that of the Dark Angels.
Oh yeah.
Whatever their secret is, because we don't know.
Secrets.
Secret.
There's a part of me that wants to ask about Terminator. I know.
You like cut me off, man.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
getting there. The Grandmaster rises and says, "Now stand. There is work to do." And he walks with you back up like the center aisle, and along the way, you see various things, like in these little, like, display, not cases, but pedestals or whatever, I don't know. And he stops by some Terminator armor. And he says, "This is what you will need."
Yeah, let's do this.
And so they start to put this Terminator armor on you, and
Put my shoes back.
and you realize the shoulder pad is the insignias of your mentor. And then you all get on the teleporter. Do you need anything else?
Wait, it's not the same. It's not the same Terminator armor, is it?
Do you need any other items?
Get him some cyclamer ammo. Help him stock up. Is there anything for normal humans that I can bring back? The Grey Knight Astartes armory.
Jeepers.
Percentile roll.
42. Meaning life stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. We have 2 canisters left that are human size. You may take them. But I don't even think you have a psi rating. I don't know if it matters.
So I took that one class feature that you showed me a while back that gave me psi rating 3 for the psi flame canisters.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So,
Awesome.
but yes,
Perfect.
my thanks.
All right, and then you guys get back on the
My flinks.
teleporter, and you appear, and he has this thought toiling in his mind, and he tells you to wait in the shadows. And do you listen?
Wait in the shadows.
Of
Where
the
is this?
teleportatum, you're back on Alvis's thing.
Okay. So there's like a shadows location. Okay. Yeah.
Just a dark corner, I guess.
Yeah, I'll wait there.
Cool. And then he leaves. He leaves the room, and so you go to the hangar, and you see a bunch of people like crouching down, and you see an Astartes in power armor stab a person with shrapnel in him on the ground, and you go over to them and you address that person and say,
Freaking transporters.
and then you say to them, gosh, freaking dang it, where is it? Oh, you need to move with haste and return to the ship. I am here to help.
Oh,
He ain't even paying no attention.
Oh, no.
What?
I hate you. Throw this book at you.
So I'm trying to write down.
All right, so
Wait a minute.
what you experience, Mother Licka, is you go to the hangar, you see an Astartes crouched down, Mercy killing this person, and you walk over to him and you say, Astartes, you need to move with haste and return to the ship. I am here to help.
Never mind.
And then you lead him back to the teleportatum. He vanishes, and you're standing there in Terminator armor, and everybody's like, all right, what are we doing? Everybody?
What?
Yeah, I was in a dark corner, so I gotta come back out. Yeah.
Hey, I thought you went with them.
I decided not to.
Oh, okay.
Do they recognize like?
You're in Terminator armor.
Yeah, I'm in Terminator armor.
That totally covers them, right?
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you can say whatever you want about that. Like, teleporters are weird. Everybody knows it.
Yeah.
But you also like don't really want to. You don't want to
Right
really
now, I'm
encounter yourself with knowledge that you're encountering. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like,
You're a spaceman. You know enough about that. So space continuums.
all right. Hey guys, you guys ready?
I guess.
Are you not revealing yourself?
Oh.
Ready for what?
I take off my helmet Just
What is going on?
warp trickery.
I hate teleporters so much.
I can understand the frustration.
We teleport up here, and it looks like we've already lost the war down below. You teleport, but you were already here. Why do we even use those? It's like it took the same amount of time. We just didn't feel it. I'm serious.
Are you bad?
I'm a little mad.
Are you bad about Grimdark Universe? You get more purple. Your blue turns more purple. Like a little squashed blueberry. Alright, cool. So you know that you need to find the astral path on the planet. And everybody knows that Thaddeus is up in the command center. Let's go with Thaddeus in the command center.
I agree.
Yeah, I think we need to go find him.
Hello, kitty.
My cat loves your wife every time.
So there's a few things. So my strength went from plus 20 to plus 30. Auto senses, part of the sense for which really is an auspex,
Scanner.
like radar, right?
Sure. I want to back up just a little bit too because I wanted them to address you.
Okay.
So we're still back on that ship, and
Alright.
they had just given you the psi cannon ammunition, whatever, and they were like, "Is this what you typically wear to battle?"
This stuff I'm wearing right now.
Yeah. What are you wearing? What is that?
So it's pretty piece. It's like 3 different sets of armor that I've just like combined in different ways.
Cobbled together.
Yeah. And
So-
then it looks like it.
So I have a carapace helm, and then everything except for the left arm is like Phaxian's armor,
Yeah.
which I just like picked up, and then my left arm, I think I bought some.
The Stormtrooper armor?
It's some sort of like cloth-based armor, or like like combat
Mesh.
mesh. I think it was combat mesh.
Mm-hmm.
So like my left arm is just combat mesh. Everything except for my head and my left arm are whatever Phaxian was wearing, and then my head's some carapace helm. And it's like, yeah, that's what I wear. you got a problem with it? Yes.
Did you say that to him? Got a problem with it, man?
This is my standard combat wear for now. I have like the little Phaxian like sensor for when somebody uses their psychic powers.
Oh,
That's like partially broken.
Oh.
He says, "Come over here, and I will test your purity."
All right. What shall it be? I walk over there, and he shall test my purity.
So you guys sit down at a pew,
Mhm.
and he just stares at you. He says, "Don't blink."
Rating contest. Oh no.
It's just
I
whoever
would
is
be
staring contest.
I don't want to do this online, so
Okay.
I'm also like, I don't know. Anyway,
Cody Blank.
I didn't blink. I did now. Anyway, so he just stares at you.
Okay.
And then he says, while you're getting your armor on, he says, "Brother, now Azrael." I have a really hard time with your name.
Azrael with an A.
He says, "Okay." Yeah, that's gonna be it. Okay. Yeah, he says, Nazriel, you have judged this man justly, and we will invest in this person. We have, for human size, we have malice power armor. So, discard your clothes.
He burns them off.
Alright. So, for your armor, go ahead and erase whatever. Go ahead and put malice power armor. And
Where's the pencils?
and I'm gonna go ahead and hand this to you. I'm not gonna just give it to you over the
Is
whatever.
there a box of pencils over there?
Oh, I have it in here.
Hopefully.
Hey. Cool. Yeah. So they're gonna they fit you with that. So whenever you see Crisis come out of the shadows, he's
So they don't recognize me, or at least not immediately.
yeah, you're decked out in power armor that's all holy. Has holy glyphs all over it.
How does how do force fields work?
There should be a special rule in there.
It says it crux terminatus answers the
Force field was a thing that was over power weapons, or is that a power?
That's a power field.
Are your cats related?
If I remember right, and you're gonna need to check this because I could be very wrong, but I think a force field allows you to put your psi rating into your AP.
Wow.
Yeah, let me see. So I can't run anymore, guys. I suffer minus 22 agility.
But you're just a giant piece of armor.
Yeah, but now the AP is 14.
Like shooting the side of a mountain.
And then functions as best quality force field protection rating at 35.
Oh, I got it. So basically, the force field absorbs anything under 35. Then when it goes over 35, force field breaks, and then it's like until the end of the encounter, anything goes.
Over 35 damage?
Yeah.
So it takes one big hit to pop it,
Yeah.
and then he still has 14 normal.
Well, I don't know if that's the case, or if you have 35 hit points
points,
until you actually take hit points. And
Oh.
I think that's
That
what it
seems
is.
more
That
balanced.
makes sense.
Yeah, no, that is what it is.
Holy crap.
Where do I put that?
Dude, we're just
down?
gonna
You're gonna
drop
need to.
you.
You're gonna need to record that on there somewhere. I don't know where.
Force 35.
Are you hanging in there? Really, very tired.
I would frown too.
Okay, so, okay, what do you guys want to do now? You're in the command. Are you going up to where Thaddeus is?
Yeah, we're gonna go check out Thaddeus.
Cool.
I want to ask, goodness, my black friend here a question.
Wow.
Your name is totally like a crisis. There we go. Oh man. I'm gonna ask you because I talked to you about this before. I'm gonna say, Crisis. Do you feel like there was Titus came back? I feel like he got a better death than before. Do you think that was some redemption for him?
Titus died?
Oh,
You never saw.
you never saw that?
He rolled a 92 to.
Oh my gosh! I'd be like, how did you not? Titus was there and in Azarel or whatever, just executed him. Remember?
You're like a weird
he
hair
saved
product.
us. Did you not see him during the fight at all?
He's Nazareth.
Oh!
Maybe,
I think I did see him during the fight, but I didn't see him
maybe
get
it's
finished
demon.
off.
Scared the crap out of me. Oh, that's a graphic.
Yeah, I would assume you probably saw me in the.
But I did not see you die. I was just like, oh yeah, whatever. So I'm just like finding out right now. He's like,
Yeah,
I was gone for 2 minutes.
Titus
I leave for 2 minutes and he's already dead.
Titus like canceled his DNA, so we won't find any more Titus clones.
Like, they're just gonna be.
Yeah.
So kill all Tituses now.
Yep.
Was always planned.
Oh no.
Death to all humans.
But he was better. He helped us with the demons, and then like, yeah, I made it so I won't. He's super powerful and come back, and I don't know. I wonder if there's redemption in that. Nazareth like said he was going to go to the bosom of the Emperor. I feel like that counts for something.
If Nazareth prayed for him, it's likely that he has some chance. I'll give him proper send-off once we are. Once I go back to Bobby.
I wonder if that means my brother could still be there. Because in the vision it just said I had to save him, you know? He's not dead.
I'm glad that he had a better end than was initially perceived. Although I'm glad that I was able to steal soul as he died first time.
I'm sorry. I think I missed something. Can you repeat that?
I'm holy. What?
The accent's a little
What-
thick there. I think
what-
you're talking about stealing souls.
I'm glad
Salt. I like salt.
Alright.
You're stealing souls.
So
So yeah, as you work your way through the station, though,
salt of the earth.
just to bring us back. As you work your way through the station, look at some of the viewports, and you realize that there's like thick frost ground. It's drizzly outside. It's really foggy. And up on the mountains of Anvil and stuff, like you see like snow and a lot of it. Like it's snowing, but it can't get the ground where you guys are at. And then you're not even sure where Alvis's barge is even at, but you're over like some hive thing. Whatever, it doesn't look recognizable, but you do see that there's like festival decorations in the hive. A lot of them are like burned and singed. There's like decorations in the street. There's blast marks on things. There's cracks through the paracrete and burn marks on the buildings. Stuff. It looks like it's been a war zone. You don't really see anybody.
We're going to have to go to the ground at some point. What do you think that is? How long is the ship going to be in the air?
So you guys get to the command center.
Is Helena coming with us?
Yeah, Helena's there. And Thaddeus goes 6 months. We have moved forward 6 months when we.
Are you serious?
Anvil has started the cycle of its 7-year winter. What? This is not Game of Thrones. I thought about this 2 years ago. Anyway. But yeah, you guys look outside too, and the flux is more erratic, like that storm. And you don't know this, but Anvil has a perpetual storm around it. It's
Yeah,
a
we
static
saw that
storm.
ship
It's
into
like
it.
really hard to fly through. A lot of ships wreck. But it looks more tumultuous, and you see different lightning strikes and whatever, and some of them are even striking barge. And after a handful of them, you feel the power draining. Barge falls through the air for a little bit, and catches itself, and Thaddeus is kind of having a little hard time, and he says, he's like, I am unable to.
It wasn't the course.
Oh.
The course
Okay.
got in the way. This toy.
Cool. So yeah, Thaddeus says he's like, I cannot correct this barge, or stop the knight from trying to draw power from the command center. Everything's been rigged by Alvis. And he says that every time this happens, the barge is falling like dozens of feet, and the barge can correct it, but not fast enough for how often this is happening. So we're gonna need to figure out where we're going soon. But he's like, I want to show you all something though. And he says there's a cryo room off the main deck that has up to like 50 pods in it or whatever. And so he like walks you all over, and most of the pods are just empty. But there's a line that have been opened. There's occupants in each of them, and it looks like each one has been shot through the chest. And then you see like a blinking panel on one of the cryopods. It looks like it was the next one in line. But for some reason, that person wasn't shot. And Thaddeus is like, there's a person in this pod.
Really?
Yeah, so I checked the files, and I don't know, I think one of you should read it, or all of you, or I could just tell you.
I'll read it.
Just read it.
Okay.
Just tell everyone.
And he says the occupant's name is Jasper. Jasper Fable. And he, I'm just gonna have you go ahead and do a little bit of history. Maybe, I don't know, like Alvis would have a file on you. So just like how you met, and then what work you did for him. And then he would probably have in the file why he put you in there. Because Alvis is a pretty cataloged kind of dude.
Right.
Unless...
I corrupt her.
Do you want it to be corrupted?
Yeah. I fleshed out the very beginning parts for the end part.
Well, no, we know nothing about
Well, okay, so we need to have a bit of value in your character, too.
Yeah, we need to care about it.
So he was definitely assigned to
The hand,
the eyes of the void.
The eyes, yeah. Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, so Thaddeus says, so this is Acolyte Jasper Fable, actually, although he's not listed as an Acolyte anymore. But he was with Acolyte team Eyes of the Void. I don't know if that means anything to you. You know, you guys are what, Hand of Judgment, and there's...
The backhand.
Oh, the back, yeah. The backish handish of the Judgments. And then there's the Mouth of Retribution, which was the Sororitas. So I guess he was part of the Eyes of the Void. But anyway, this guy has a history with Necron artifacts. So I wonder if this is the rest of the Eyes of the Void. there's something that Alvis was trying to shut down. I didn't want to wake him, but I wanted.
Please.
I think we need all the help we can get.
I think
He's
that
not-
we have the resources to eliminate him should he become a threat. But the Necron knowledge could be incredibly useful.
Cool. Yeah, he hits the button and the pod goes, and like fog
John's like,
kind of goes everywhere.
But
And they see, describe your build. Actually, yeah, just describe her. What are we looking at here?
Yeah.
Oh, he's totally naked.
go.
Nice.
Swinging in the breeze.
Well,
Dr.
it's more like
Manhattan.
Thawne in the thickets.
Chilly.
Yeah,
Alright, you see
Oh, it looks like a Ken doll.
Jeez. Alright. You see wow.
Remember the elephant?
Hung like you're hung like an elephant.
Oh
No.
You're hung like an elephant, child.
NSFW.
no! He just
Oh no! You mentioned that he's naked, and everybody's like, "Let's talk about his dingling." Shoot
It's
it!
the only thing that matters.
Oh gosh.
What a hoot and a half.
Sweet merciful. Alright.
So aside from that,
Apart from that aspect, you see a really pretty brawny. It's only about 5'8.5". In his late 20s, early 30s, you probably assume. Pale skin. Like,
So he's the opposite.
oh, he's like,
It's porcelain skin.
he's so white. And,
Yeah, what are you trying to say?
he's like scary. He's like this.
Oh gosh.
Ew, why is he a vampire?
He's like one of the
He's
war.
porcelain.
Is he like the war boy from?
He's like our wallpaper.
Oh, that's full ones are good.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't
Fury
seen the
Road
ones
is
with Tom Hardy yet.
Just... Anyway,
And he's got like just messy kind of medium length, dirty red hair.
Like curly.
Oh my
hell.
god.
It's like
Not
wavy.
just hair.
He's got like,
It's like-
Oh, you could have just said he's a ginger, and then we'd all understand.
that is white. Yeah,
He's like,
it just roll that way.
Ginger white.
Irish
And,
person.
And he has just like a messy, double beard.
Right.
Not good hair. It's just
Right.
it's kind of gross. And yeah. Oh,
And he's shot.
not shot. His neck is like
Oh.
freshly.
Oh, yeah, he like.
Whoa!
Oh no.
And as he's thawing, he starts
I guess
bleeding
he's
out.
Oh my gosh!
And like gasping is.
He'll probably do it.
Don't worry, Jasper. I got you,
If he
homie.
dies,
Here
he
we
dies.
go.
Oh
You're
no.
gonna.
Don't
Oh my
tell
gosh,
me.
that's why he's so pale. Hold still. Hold still.
That's why he's so pale. You're like, there has to be
Roll a
some
nine?
reason.
Blood
No,
will
I
come
did
back.
not. I got it. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Roll a 10. You get the shiz healed out of you.
And then he'll crit damage first, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you were at 9 crit.
Ooh.
Well, you were at like 7 crit.
Yeah.
It was like 7. And then whatever your wounds are, none.
Yeah.
But then you get whatever that was.
Alright.
So you're at 3, I guess. If you had. Wait, what were your wounds at?
His wolf.
I don't know. My wounds
Yeah,
been
he's just
0 then as well.
He just doesn't want to
Yeah.
talk.
So my wounds are at
3.
3. Got 3 wounds at the moment.
Congratulations. Being rescued.
You okay? Holy crap! I was ready to slap you awake, but you started spitting blood on us.
So yeah, so basically,
Technically,
so
he's just
so as you wake up, like you're just like,
Yeah.
and then like this
Choking.
strange like because everything's really bright but also flickery, and then this blue dude just like leans in and like puts his hands on your throat and it's like, and then you like you can breathe easier and whatever, and you like spit up the rest of the blood, but then you're fine.
Yeah,
And then there's just a bunch of strangers there, and the last thing that you remember is literally like Alvis just and then like kicking you into the.
I think at first I grab your hands, like panicking, just waking up.
Hey, it's okay. Wait, it's okay. Come on, I have a cloak. You're naked. Let's. They're swinging in the
Why was
breeze.
he naked when Alvis killed him?
That's
Pervert.
Oh, you weren't naked before.
Alvis is just like, come before me naked, please.
I was like, we gotta do an experiment. You gotta be naked. How
I'm
embarrassing!
just saying.
I don't know. Your whole team was in cryo, like you were preparing for cryo sleep.
Before I talk to him. I don't like the way you talk.
Memories are like tricky right now.
Yeah, classic Alvis.
Thing?
And there's just a freaking Grey Knight Terminator armor there too.
Which
Hey,
I don't have classical legends.
are you
or anything
okay?
Like that. He's just a big dude.
Oh. Giant terrifying monster.
my gosh, well, who cut your throat? You alright?
Speak.
Speak! Alright, 1 moment. Give me a second here. Who are you?
We were one of Alvis's Acolyte teams.
And then I immediately start. It's like,
He
stick
tried to
of me.
kill us, and now we're not. We came to kill him, and he left. I don't know.
Yeah.
We have no idea. He left a message for us. Came here with this, a space marine to come and kill him, and he. What happened to you? And why are all your buddies shot?
It's a
Whoa.
Oh, wait, what?
Excuse me?
You don't have a lot
Perception
of social
test.
skills.
No.
Is this awareness?
Yeah.
Yeah, I passed.
Cool. Yeah. You're like what? And then you like look over and like all your friends are dead.
Oh. Well, they weren't great. They're alright. Bit of a bummer still. Anyways,
Okay.
didn't really even be honest.
Well, your memory. Yeah. It's like you
Nothing
knew him.
seems-
Whatever.
You've been awakened.
Joe.
Squad me, it's a lot to take in all at once. I'm just really trying to get a handle.
Well,
How long
you
have
put
they
it
been?
there to take on Necron army?
How long have I been in there?
I have no idea.
What happened to this place?
It's all like it just looks like crap.
Like you've been awakened for one purpose.
Yeah, there's a whole army of them in the
I
corner.
don't
of the
like
planet.
run to the window, naked still, just running to the window.
Hey!
Oh my gosh.
Alright.
Yeah, and so you're.
And I see it's like a war zone, but I don't see like.
Well, it's winter,
Oh no.
and you're just like
Oh, no.
you know that like in your brain around the time that like you were getting ready for that cryo, like winter had ended a month ago, and you should have had like a period of time for winter. So you don't know, and like you don't recognize where you're at on the planet. Like the planet's also like torn to shreds.
Please. So much has happened. Alright, man, this place is a mess. You have to catch me up more as we go.
Yeah, let's go find your crap.
Time is of the essence. We must go.
The ship's falling out of the skies. We gotta hurry.
On that note,
Ah!
and so yeah, you guys are falling,
And then I hit the ground.
and you hit the side of a building,
Oh, wow, we're
and the whole thing goes woof like that. Everybody do an agility test.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
Pass.
If we found
Oh,
one.
I can't.
27, I pass.
I passed.
I don't, but I do have magnet. I have a magnet boots.
So you're just like sideways.
Can I
And I weigh
float
400
down?
pounds.
You're like, oh.
Those are some strong magnets.
Let's odd or even. Did you trigger him in time? You took a tumble.
Gosh dang it!
And
I'm good.
yeah, and so anyway, it like hits this building and kind of like corrects and goes across this little byway thing, hits another building,
Oh gosh.
and just drops onto the ground.
Oh gosh.
And like slides for a ways.
Terminator.
You're just heavy.
To be
I'm just
fair,
gonna give you a
Terminator
break.
armor makes it worse. But you also have the. So.
Holy crap, we just crashed down. Josh is just floating.
Yeah, she's-
Oh, she's an assassin.
Wow, that's very.
don't have anything.
I'm gonna look for
Where's your
a
stuff, dude?
container.
Yeah.
Maybe there was like a footlocker.
Totally.
File.
Do you know
Like
where you would
Kotar?
normally stuff
I don't know.
nice?
You gonna sleep here?
Do you have like a room or a locker where your team would be? Kinda gotta hurry.
Just really don't search right now.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna do a search test and start looking through drawers.
Did we talk about any gear for you?
I like my pants.
Yeah, so
You find underwear.
Take some
That's
off
it.
of the people
Hey,
around
did
you.
you keep
We're
you're
literally
wearing your
surrounded
special
by
armor now. Do
people
you
and
still
trust
have your
someone as
old
your
stuff?
size.
Yeah, I don't think I would leave my old. What
I
I
know
needed
you're
there.
only in.
Okay.
Find some
I
baby
would just
clothes.
feel a bit uncomfortable, or like me thinking right now.
Confusing
Like,
moment.
oh man, that'd be weird. Just leave the
Weird
clothes I wore,
dropkicks.
but
yeah.
if they're like,
Thaddeus says, let's go to Alvis's quarters.
I'm gonna do a sense presence test to see if there's anyone.
all right, don't.
I rolled a 9.
I
Always a sense.
It's
Alright.
always a sense presence.
Dude, wait, all of our guns are about to go off. You
all
ready
right,
for this?
guys. Let's prepare
Thank
for
goodness
another
we have the Space
TPK.
Marine.
How does that help us?
Ready? 50.
Okay.
Which bodies? Oh gosh.
I hate that one.
I know you.
The earth protests. The ground suddenly
Stop
shakes,
it.
and everyone, including the psyker within 5d10 meter radius, must take a routine agility test or be knocked down. Which apparently routine agility tests are at a +10.
I did it.
Oh,
Oh, I do it.
With the -2?
Wait. I passed exactly. No, I actually.
hey, I got a crit too.
So,
You passed?
Hey,
Yeah.
it's about time.
because I had a
Yeah, I've
45
been
minus
rolling
20,
it
so
twice.
I have a 45 agility right now.
That's
But
pretty
I also practically invincible.
funny. Yeah, you can't die. You're
I fall over.
I literally
Yeah.
Oh,
I can't run, but I can
Standing
teleport.
And you guys,
Couldn't teleport. What?
you guys watch as like the barge breaks apart,
Oh no.
Or a lot.
and various like you just hear the breaking of the barge. So you have this command center, and then there's that hallway that goes down to where all the pods and stuff are, and you see that whole area like lift free and rise into the air.
wait a second.
Oh.
How come it's going
What's
up?
that from?
And pieces are
Oh,
like
yeah, and
breaking
she
off
gets, like,
of it,
nailed or something?
It's like
and there's different empty pods and stuff like crash on the ground and shattering like glass and whatever. And this portion of it falls off, and you see that there's this big like thruster system that's been set up, and it's carrying the remains of this Knight Porphyrian into the air.
Oh.
Probably got Alvis's quarters in there too.
And it turns around,
Oh no.
and its gun is like
At us?
at the barge.
Oh,
Oh,
I got
no.
this. I'm gonna do.
How far away is it?
Oh, it's like, I don't know, it's rising into the air, so it's like 200 meters.
200
Can I
meters. Teleport on.
Just jam it.
I think you could, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Just
Well,
like
let him
running.
jam it too.
Right. Guess.
Yeah, let's get another 9. That's
Okay.
Weapon jinx.
All right, wait. Initiative roll.
yeah, that's true.
With the knight.
I rolled a 1.
What I roll?
So 1 plus my stuff. I got like a.
You roll plus agility.
I got an 11.
You're pretty agile.
And I have this thing that makes it so I always get a +1 to it.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, so I rolled an 82.
No. You roll.
You roll
single dice.
1, and then you add your agility. You also roll 1?
Plus agility, which is
25.
Oh.
the.
Well, I think it takes your. What, does it take his Terminator into account for the initiative?
Does it modify your agility?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes minus 20.
Yikes.
Yeah, you got
26.
So yeah, you rolled a 3.
Wait.
I don't know if Terminator armor is the best.
It's,
It's like it'll be great for combat maybe.
You're gonna go
Not gonna
last,
die.
but you're fine.
Yeah.
Alright, well.
But so, I guess the knight beats y'all.
Yeah.
Can I use a
Can we-
fate point?
Yeah, use a pay point.
I just don't want him to shoot first because he has this giant gun. That's
Yeah.
probably gonna be bad.
You want to be Han.
Be Han. Oh, there we go.
There we go. That's
Yeah, I
the
got a
one.
13.
Cool, you can go
Perfect.
first. That's a pay point well spent.
All right.
I really hope you jam this gun.
Yeah, it only takes, what is it, 8 willpower for the threshold, so yeah, I jam it.
And what's the power do?
It makes it so the gun can't fire. Let me see.
Makes
wonder-
it
I
so
wonder-
the person
Man, there's
holding
really
it
no way for
die.
them to scale that, like, for big things,
Yeah.
right?
Just as like it says, you reach into nearby machinery with your mind to scramble their circuitry.
Oh, wait. What's the range on it?
Oh, how far away is it?
200 meters.
Is it 200 meters?
Yeah.
Can I re-roll my thing then? Because I thought it was closer. I only rolled 1 die.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you do that, because we didn't know. But what is the range?
It's 50 meters, but by every 5 points by which you extend the threshold, you extend the range of the power by 10 meters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So there's a chance.
You gotta get 15 over. Oh
my
no.
God.
Let's go.
I don't like
All 9s, come on!
I don't like it.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
9, 10,
2 10s
2 10s and 9
and a
4.
4. And then plus my
That could have been way
willpower
worse.
with this is 7, and then I have this thing gives me 8. So 8, 12, 32, 41, and the power is just an 8. So
Okay, yeah. You can reach it, but you rolled a 9.
I did roll a 9.
You can reach it?
Yeah, but just barely.
Okay, roll a 9.
Thank you. 57. Counts on a 20.
Well, that's crazy. So yeah, as this is like rising into the air, there's different pods and stuff falling onto it. Some of them have bodies in them, whatever, like 100 or so, and they hit the ground, and the bodies are just all broken corpses and whatever. And as you do this, your Perils of the Warp is warp ghosts, and so you see like the demonic souls that were preparing to enter these beings, like appear in the air for a little bit, and then everybody takes a willpower test.
Standard willpower test?
Yeah, it says standard, or gain 1 insanity point apparently.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take an insanity point.
Yeah, pass.
I'm only at
I'll
25.
Cool. Cool. Yeah, and then you
Willpower plus.
you jam the gun, and the Porphyrian's head's like, and then like you see it just, and like the gun powers down, and then the head turns back as it's like floating away, and Thaddeus is like, We gotta move.
Wait, you still naked?
I'm already running.
Naked or dead.
Right.
So the thing,
He's naked
so the
and
thing
afraid.
Is moving away where it's out of
Naked
range.
and afraid.
It's like floating away, and you're on it,
Oh,
and you've teleported onto the top of the knight or the construct that's flying it.
I was going to like whatever's holding the knife.
Okay. Yeah, there's like dozens of cables.
There's like one major one.
Mm.
There's not like a big one.
No.
I just want to just hit some of the cables and like try and like cut like the main power cable or something. Or I'm on top of the night. I just want to make sure. I want to make it so it gets disconnected and drops. So I just want to.
Oh,
So,
definitely.
intelligence.
Yikes.
Plus 20.
This one. Okay. Yeah.
So, you definitely don't have time for that. But, what you think that you can do is attack several of the cables on one side of it and maybe cause it to, like,
Wow.
do one of those.
What about if I destroyed its targeting computer? Like, is there like, because isn't it like the sensor suite in the face? Yeah. You just smash the knight's head in.
You wouldn't. Well, I guess you have mag boots, so you could walk down the front of it.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. You'd literally be like standing there like this, going whack, whack into it. Yeah. I don't know. There is a hatch on this thing too.
Is somebody in it?
Someone's got to be piloting it. Oh no, maybe. It's
You don't know, but maybe you can mess it up in there or whatever.
Yeah. Can I try to rip off the hatch?
Yeah, strength test.
Plus
Here we
30.
go.
Plus 30, baby.
Here we go. All the zeros. What'd you roll?
Oh, yikes.
What'd you roll?
I don't know which one.
No, that's a
Oh no.
3.
I'm gonna spend a fate point.
So yeah, you're like, and the door doesn't pop.
Okay, that's
There we go. So then with the plus 30.
yeah, easy with.
And
So
you're
it's
still
like,
getting used to power armor, and you're just like, and you think about like the machine spirit and hone on in with your black carapace, and you're just like, and just rip it off, and you just look at the door, and you're like, Terminator armor is better, and fling the door off or whatever.
Yeah, what do I see in there?
There's not a pilot.
Pilot.
It's all not
I
that
forgot. Do I
pilot.
have any grenades?
Unless you do.
Not unless you do.
Do a bolter, right?
Yeah, I got a bolter. Or I had a grenade.
And actually, you very obviously can't fit in this cockpit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're like so huge.
Can I like trying to figure out like what I was thinking I had a grenade.
Just stick your bolter in there, man.
Yeah. Can I like look at the central console?
That's true.
Can I see the central console from where I am? I'm just gonna unload.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shoot explosive ammunition in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't need to aim. They hear this like, and in your peripheral, like you see that giant gun like like for another one.
Ah,
While you're doing this, but you see all the screens like dim and fizzle out, and you like look over and they're like clear of the barge. Or like, what are you guys taking cover in the buildings or something?
Yeah.
We're getting away from the barge.
Cool. Yeah, and the gun just like it just like takes out the barge and freaking just lights it up and puts a hole in a building.
Oh,
That's so annoying.
But you can tell like that beam was, because you've seen Porphyrians in action,
Yeah.
and you can tell that beam was like super dumbed down.
Yeah.
Huh.
There's- Yeah.
So
So the damage, I've like just basically unloaded everything in that, and it's still not down.
Oh, it's shutting down now.
It's shutting them now.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like,
So then, or
are you going back for them?
yeah,
Okay.
What does that sound like? I wonder.
it sounds. Have you played Space Marine Space Marine?
Have you seen a Porphyrian, or like have you seen that in a video game?
Yeah, I have it.
Porphyrian
No,
Knight,
not a Porphyrian. No, but
The Space Marine.
the Space Marine
Space Hulk.
Space Marine Deathwatch,
No, Deathwing.
Deathwing.
Space Hulk.
Yeah, Space Hulk.
Is that a
Deathwing.
Steam game?
It's on Steam.
I need to get that.
Because did you ever play Left 4 Dead?
Yeah.
I think Left 4 Dead, but you're in Terminator. You're a Terminator.
The bolter's like it's a rocket propelled grenade.
Just a fully auto RPG.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
It's a mix. Think of it like it's like a mixture between a like 70 cal rifle with an explosive tip.
What is that? They have something like that. Like an MK something.
Cool. So that happened, and so then he's like right next to y'all.
New toys.
Welcome
that
back.
was pretty cool.
Wait, where are we then? We're in the buildings. Did the barge get destroyed?
Yeah, the barge was destroyed. One half, the half that was left. And the other half is gone, floating up in the air, so we don't have any more information on Alvis.
Hey, quick question. The thing that started all of this is I was doing a sense presence test.
Right.
Do I sense anything around us at all?
You sense some collective awareness, now aware of you all.
Uh-oh.
But then you have an intelligence test.
Okay.
You better pass it if you want to live. Just kidding. But also,
What do you mean is that present?
I pass.
cool. Yeah, as you're like rubbing your head, and you like let your arm fall down to your side, and it collides with something in your pocket. You remember you have a receiver beacon.
Oh! Hey, I forgot about this. Guess what? We have another ship.
This is good
Not
news.
this. This is the beacon that'll call it to us.
What kind of shit?
Any day now.
That is because it's a gun cutter class.
And hey, I'm pretty sure we got supplies on there, so you won't be naked.
Oh,
Also, do
That's
a
nice.
toughness test -10 for the cold.
Yeah.
I rolled 12.
Nice.
I'm used to the cold space.
Yeah.
This is fine.
Take out a pistol. Hand it over.
Ooh.
You may need this.
Hang on. Give it like a spin.
Oh wow.
Thank you.
What are you?
Nice.
What's your class?
One who likes pistol.
Yes. I am not good with pistol, but I'm glad you can use it.
Is that a bolt pistol?
Is it a bolt pistol?
I think it is.
It's an auto pistol.
Oh,
It's
but you do have a bolt
It's
pistol.
not a
Do I?
pistol, is it?
You had a bolt pistol you picked up like a long time ago, right?
Really?
Was that you?
No, that was his other character.
That was.
That's Z.
Oh, Z.
Z has a bolt pistol.
Yeah.
So if we meet
Let
Z,
me look at what it is.
Have
Class pistol.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
you're
Stardy's
such a Stardy
pistol.
size.
yeah.
I definitely couldn't use
Wait.
it. You're a giant.
question. We know so little about you. What weapons do you know how to use? Do you do with the pistol or
We could.
Thaddeus looks at you and says, "Let's get a fire going. We need to take cover."
Good
how
point.
long is it going to take to get
I'm
here?
surprised I
What
did
does it
not
say
come
on
up
the
with
beacon?
idea. To be honest.
What is this?
I-
So it looks kind of like the Lyft app, and it says that you've got like 15 minutes.
Should be here in the next 15 minutes.
But also, like,
Look, if it gets too bad, I'm saying bye to you guys.
The what?
you haven't told us anything about mini
Oh.
or whatever.
Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Right.
Also, the freaking Gene Stiller Cole is totally aware of us being here now.
Well, that does
I would
change
know
the
about
situation.
them too, right?
I don't think so.
I know about Tyranid.
You do know about Tyranids, but
As I slam the new
if
clip
there
into
was
the ground.
like talk about Gene Stoical, it would have been very the barest of rumors, and it would have been mentioned as something that's like only deep within like the world portal, like something that top dwellers wouldn't need to worry about, like a tiny egg hole. Like you wouldn't have Like, if he's saying that there's a Gene Stealer Cult presence aware, like, that's actually, like, horrible news.
Yeah.
There's a lot of horrible news to go around.
Just
So, that being said, don't think we should build a fire. Can you use concealment for more people than just yourself?
Are you talking to Thaddeus?
No, you.
As the GM.
Oh,
Like
no.
as a skill.
Okay.
Although,
You can camouflage.
you can do, because it is a skill test, right?
Uh-huh.
You can do that to help them
Okay.
do it. So they would have to make kind of an agility test, and according to how well you do, you can help them succeed. But they do have to take it, if they don't have concealment, at
Right.
half of their agility attribute.
Wait,
Yikes.
so the bonus that you get gives bonuses out, or so
Yeah.
help? Are you good at conceal?
She's going to conceal
I have
you
concealment.
under some newspapers.
Yeah, you homeless dog.
Nope.
I may have some
Super not.
experience in hiding things. I've been known to dabble in
She's
such
distracted.
sorts.
I might try that.
Can I use my experience as a... As my
Thing, new guy.
experience is like borderline smuggling things. Bit of a talent for concealment. Oh, and I passed by 5 degrees.
Wow.
I keep on forgetting about the
Yeah.
degrees of success and failure.
They're super useful with it.
Yeah.
I want to start finding like parts of buildings and like any person too.
Cool. Does everybody conceal?
I don't know how to conceal this
What
one.
about you, Mr. Termy?
Yeah.
We spray paint you black.
Heresy.
Just put you next to the TV.
Heresy. I wonder what his graffiti a green eye. Ooh.
Oh,
Like, that's just death.
Just instant death.
just some douchey kid comes up.
So we're just all trying to like hide.
I don't know, are you?
Apparently somebody wants us to try that.
He's definitely hiding.
I'm gone.
He kind of needs to.
I have
Naked and
like disguise.
Is it the statue?
Oh, I
stand
am trained on concealment.
Oh,
I'm definitely not.
But it's agility too, so
it is
minus
a
20.
ability test.
Yikes.
Wait, is it minus 20 if he's trained? It would just be a minus 10 then, right?
Well, you know. It'd be whatever the bonus is minus the penalty.
Oh, dude, just roll on the table, man. There you go.
Come on, you liver-ridden schmuck. Whoa. Talk.
Oh, I'm not. Very, very much not concealed. That's okay.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you start to hear a little thing carrying about, and
Things are going to heat
and
up
you
soon.
hear voices out in the street because you guys are in this like little chunk of a building. What happened here? They're like talking amongst themselves. What is this thing?
Can I use my Auspex to see how many there are out there?
Yeah, and it's like Space Hulk. It's like
Yeah,
over 30.
there's over 30.
Yeah, and they're like, it looks like, according to the aspects, they're like climbing in and out of the wreckage.
What is this thing?
You guys think we can take
Don't.
30?
Touch the hot
30?
areas, you'll get burned.
How much longer do I see on the arc? 8 minutes? Well, we're gonna have to take care of them because as soon as that ship comes in, they're gonna know.
Alright, but is this in character?
Is it?
Oh, man. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if prices would think that. Will,
Let me
in my
distract them.
experience, flame tends to attract things. So if there are more and we fight them, more may come. Might be smarter to wait until later.
We got 8 minutes till our ship
Thaddeus says, why don't we send out the knife?
comes.
That-
To
we
kill
have a
30?
Because you're lazy.
The knife
part of
would
me-
be a much more subtle method.
I feel like I should just go balls out and like bust out and like.
Because then you'll just bring more.
But
He's not very hidden anyways. They're gonna
yeah,
find
my guy's
him.
not hidden anyways.
Right.
Like
But the fewer we draw to this area, the better.
They're aware of our presence.
Dramatic.
But
These
they're
ones
just-
just look like
Well, I can't find where without.
They look like scrubs, right?
Oh, are they
that
trash
only works with
people?
security cameras.
Should we just have them roll around on them?
Hey, where's our new dude? Are you still hiding?
past the concealment by 5
You don't
degrees.
have to.
I'm like
You
Hey,
can
look.
really needing somewhere.
What's your? Oh my
And then
gosh,
do
what's your
it.
character's name?
Jasper.
Jasper, where are you? What?
I'm like up in the corner.
Oh crap! When you're like naked.
Yeah.
He's like that mom on Hereditary.
I knew you were gonna
Yeah.
say that.
Forgive me for
For I have
Hey.
sinned.
forgive
Josh
me that
teleports and goes whoop out into the center of him. Hang on, how many are there?
Whoa!
Can I teleport with you?
Fine.
They might all be dead.
You have 14 around you.
Oh, turn on your thing.
24. My what?
Your fate powers.
Oh, for
Or
For
sway off.
shizzles.
yeah. For murder. I'm going.
Cool, you got one.
Great.
Oh, am I like defending against it?
Yes.
Well, no, you caught him by surprise.
Oh, they all.
Oh,
they don't
so
go.
then-
So this one's.
I don't roll. So I only roll it once
Yeah.
until someone dodges or parries. Then I stop. But if they caught by surprise, then
You're just a
You
word.
probably
So
get a couple of them before.
I will say, I rolled a 7, so I'll say that you get through 7 of them before they realize,
okay.
and then to dodge. Oh, I crit too.
Alright.
7.
I'm sorry you only killed 7.
It's fine.
I'm sorry.
Jasper, we might need your help. You
Whatever.
said to use pistols, right?
Yeah, I'm just watching her go.
I'm like,
Are you
I'm
sure you
still
need my
fighting them.
Well, yeah.
It's
So
like,
so for the 7 though, you have to roll damage, right? Each
Yeah.
time.
not well. I
Or is
mean,
it-
I can do 7 rolls of damage.
Or if you'd rather just roll 1, I'm okay with that too.
Hey,
Okay.
I have 2 bolt guns that you can
Your name, sir.
have. It's Deco.
I like you, Dick.
Oh,
Okay.
dude, she crit 0, 0, 0. Roll them
Oh.
again.
Double
Well, so
murder.
this was for tearing.
So it's just.
So I pick 1
I
and
see.
roll it
But it's
again.
still.
But still.
You still got it.
And it's plus 10 rending. Already. 19.
It's like a-
So
Holy
Oh
crap.
yeah,
That's your
they
strength.
dead.
10, 5.
They dead.
And yeah.
Yeah, you're just like.
4.
So you cut the first dude's head off. You flip your sword around. You stab it into the heart. Actually, describe. No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Yeah.
no. Don't tell me what my job is because so check this out. I can do this where I
You
can say,
literally-
you know what? If you rolled well enough, like how did you kill them? Like
You've literally never had us do this.
I know, but I'm doing it.
I feel attacked.
No,
I
well,
feel personally
like
attacked.
you can get creative with your killing. Like how do you want to kill them? Or
I
would you
just-
just rather not?
I just slice them all in half until one of them goes, wait, kink.
That is.
Well, they don't go
Jocelyn
wait.
style.
Yeah.
They go wait.
Bisexual.
I want you to drop your sword and just
Oh no.
go teeth in. I'm describing. I'm taking over.
Who am I?
This is kangaroo
Not
court.
that.
No.
Joss, instead of slicing them in half, just like headbutts each and every one of
She
them.
kills
I
8
just
people
punch them
headbutting.
into oblivion.
I would be devastated.
She appears
if I
and just
watched
blasts her jetpack in everybody's faces.
that.
Again, not at all.
Anyway, alright, so she cuts him in half. Anyway, just heads up, apparently. If you roll well enough, I might give you creative liberties.
There we go.
Cool. That is creative and libertarian.
Thanks.
I'm just saying.
It is.
So yeah, she cuts them all in half,
I'm watching.
So then one of them.
and one of them like blew out of the way.
Yikes, baby.
She killed. She.
So then, like, I'm
It was
still,
a full action, wasn't it?
I don't know.
All right. And then you're what teleporting into? Cool.
Yeah.
It's all come together.
So you teleport in?
Yep. How close to the
Oh,
one?
you two do incentive. Well,
Initiative.
yeah, already. Yeah, initiative's on you four.
I'm like, what the heck is incentive?
I just want to fling the door open. What do you want?
Is someone there?
Yes, yeah.
That's cool.
So wait.
Initiative 7 plus 4.
If I rolled.
Yes.
Is that your initiative?
Which, yeah,
I'm gonna give you a free action too, Deck. I do a perception test.
Okay,
Me?
so that's a 12.
Okay.
But yeah, you just rolled
it's
a 1.
not very good.
Oof. I don't need to use a fate
I mean,
point
you
for
want high initiative.
I just don't know what's high. What I need. What
Sounds
needs to be
pretty
high.
good for an
Initiative and damage you want high. Rolls for like skills that
Let me
require
see.
both you want low.
that. I have 1 fate point left.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it. Unless you want to. We're at the end of the session anyway.
I'm gonna fate point it then. Come
Cool.
on. Whoa. There we go.
Let me
Fate
look
7.
at some.
Cool. Yeah, you see the gun cutter like
Okay.
through the air. But it's, like,
I'm also
distant.
12 years old.
You're 12 years old.
I rolled a 12.
Same.
Well, roll off.
I got 12 too.
Oh, all three of you. What'd you get?
I got 10.
I
No.
was like, and you're not doing anything.
You rolled a-
I got.
Your bow was stuck to the wall
8,
through the
so
eyes.
beat that. Or 7, I mean.
I didn't.
I didn't.
You guys didn't?
What do
Did
you
you
mean?
beat the 7?
Wait.
So you all tied, so just roll again.
Wait,
Yeah.
so,
So we're
so
trying to break
him
the tie.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I rolled a 2 on when we did the roll.
Yeah. He rolled a natural 2. I rolled a natural 3.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 2, but I get plus.
But you get.
Yeah.
Are you putting in your agility bonuses?
So if we do that, he has more
Well then, okay, so then.
because he gets +4 +1. I get +3. He gets +2.
Okay, so boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Boom. Alright,
It's down the line.
yours. All you.
Blow
string
up all their
beans.
heads.
I want to do something scary.
Ooh. Oh no. Do dual wield pistols?
I like shooting things.
Okay. I like burning things.
I like burning, shooting things.
It feels like you just want to play my antipathy. You know, you have a weak beard.
Wow, that was rough.
It just hasn't grown.
That was just
Ever.
like right in
It
the
just
gut.
stopped here.
Never shaved, it just stopped. Could you imagine if you only got one hair? Like we get one row of teeth. Like you have your baby hair and then you go, and then it like
It's just gone.
stops.
Oh gosh.
Oh.
The weirdest thing I've ever heard is that what if our teeth were flaccid until we were hungry?
I hate that you just said
Doesn't that make you uncomfortable?
Alright, do your turn, please.
Yeah, can you just
I
go?
hate you. I hate you so much.
You know what? I couldn't sleep after I read that. I was like, who the F? Why would they think of that?
Why would you share it?
Because I need to
No,
spread the
just-
burden. I can't do it on my own.
You did do something.
Okay. They all run away. You're like, oh
He just
god.
gets up and goes, wow.
What if?
Hello, everybody.
Everybody-
Echo. Hold
everybody-
up. I'm going to say things that are going to make you all really.
That's all the time.
Oh, boy. Oh, 16
Plus
plus
4.
24. Yeah, so I do the force barrage.
The one where you just go.
I just hit 7 dudes with a bunch of poppies. Do you want me to roll for all those?
Poppies?
For the force bolts.
Yeah. Get over 10.
Get over 10, so I'll just roll for the first 4. Yeah, so it's 9 plus my willpower bonus, so dead. 5 plus my willpower bonus, dead. 4, dead. 6, okay. Dead. Dead, dead.
Yeah, you just see heads like.
Cool.
Nice.
What a good team.
And then your turn, Mr. Flamio.
Flamio.
Flamio Hotman.
Thank you. I was like, I